Good morning. Thank you so much for dropping by. Nice to see you, Dreamlab, and anyone else who's watching out there, here or on YouTube, doesn't matter. Always nice to have you all. I thought I'll start in light of the tricky situation that we've got going on. I thought I'm going to try to do more streams. So while I'm still working, even though we're kind of heading towards shutdown, I think this is kind of what's going to happen. I guess in Florida, in many states have already done it. I guess Florida is going to follow suit. I'm thinking I'll try and do morning streams as well, so that we have more interactions at different times of the day going, and that we can at least, be together in this time of crisis. That, and of course that on the 25th of March, my Apple Arcade subscription runs out, and until that time I was thinking perhaps I'll play a bit more of that little SPYDER game. Let's get right on with it. I've made some audio amendments, so it should be my voice shouldn't be. It should now dim the audio. That's the plan, at least. So rather than, I've listened back to the previous game stream, and it was my voice was a bit quiet, and the game effects were a bit high. So I hope that's gonna be taken care of now. So the next chapter we're gonna play is indeed. Which one? In Too Deep? No, this one. No, the train thing. This is it. I think this is it. Off the Rails. That's the one. Good stuff. I like it. So I've added something called the sidechain ducking. You probably know more about this than I do, but OBS has this built in so that it looks at my microphone's levels, and as soon as it detects a level, it just drops down the game audio. And if I stop speaking, audio comes back. That should be good, shouldn't it? Let me know what you think. I'm gonna go load this in, because it takes a while for that to happen. Yeah, the meds. We've been watching some news snippets there yesterday. Oh, do they? I didn't know that. We've been watching some news snippets there yesterday, and I'm not sure if those meds are going to be effective, but if they are, I mean, that'd be really awesome. I've just had word from a friend of ours. His husband works in the hotel industry, and they were employing, I don't know how many people, I don't remember, like 20, 30, 40, I don't remember. The employer fired everyone except for Jason's husband and one other guy, and cut his salary by 50%. So much for the hotel industry. It's such a safe business to be in. Oh my god, that's gotta hurt. It's crazy, isn't it? That just happens out of nowhere. Or that businesses can react so quickly to that. Oh my god, that's just crazy. Well, let's see what this train thing's all about. So funny. That's what I was thinking. They have probably done this because this is their way of surviving. That's the only reason they would have done it, not because they were trying to be mean to the employees. They said, well, look, this is the only way that I can stay in business and not go into vast amounts of debt, I would imagine. And then the other thing with like cutting your salary by 50%, it's like saying, well, you can join the guys I've just fired, or you can stay on for half, and then we'll just see how we can salvage this thing. Indeed, that's exactly what I'm thinking. Yeah, it's not about greed, it's literally about survival. So, what do you think we should do? We have a key, we have a lever. Go drop that key over here. Don't drop it down, just go put it here for now. Good stuff. Not the key, drop the key. Don't worry about the key. Put the key there. Yeah, try doing that to the lever. There we go. Oops. Oops, that lever was probably faulty, right? I guess it was never going to be that easy. No, of course not. Use the terminal to slow down the train. Okay. I have a feeling we're probably going to have to press some numbers here. Yeah, so the train is supposed to, I guess, if we don't do anything, it'll crash into something. Oh yes. It's like snakes on not on a plane, but on a train. Okay, let's go ahead. Oh, that's nice. I like him walking on the ball here. That's just so well animated. Key 1 plus key 2 equals brake. Stop with the ball now, come on. There. So we found one key, and I guess that goes in here. I wonder what engine this is made with. I like this when you walk through this lever, that the object kind of turns translucent so that you know what's important and where you're behind and stuff. Sometimes you can see the solid object in the foreground and then you just see a character outline or something in the background. It's neatly done. This just turns not exactly transparent, but it's kind of a raster effect here on that. Very cute. It around. Very nice. So I have about an hour and a half and then I have to get ready for work. I'm working at the Fresh Market today. It's kind of a newish supermarket for me. I've only been working there for 2 days. It's an intercom of some kind. Fire alarm. Can we do the horn? Let's do the horn thing. Come on. Oh, there's a key. I didn't even see that. There's two types of jobs actually. There's one role that is just for in-store shoppers. That's what I do. So I only turn up in a store and I do the shopping, put it in bags, and then drivers come and collect it. But then there's another job role that's called the shopper driver, or the full service shopper is what they call it. And these guys can either pick up orders, the ones that I've shopped, and deliver them, or they can go and shop themselves. It depends on what's needed. So the more efficient way is to have drivers and have shoppers separately, but sometimes you just need you need to fulfill so many orders that they go and get shopping orders as well. So it's kind of, for them, it's kind of a thing that's sometimes they do this, sometimes they do that. Oh, I see, so I have to go with this white thing, I guess? Or not. I don't know. Oh, no, I think that's what I had to do. There's something jamming the train's braking system. Ah, didn't we just know it? Make your way to the underside of the train and look for anything suspicious. I'm right on it, Dr. Uran. Good that those books fell off here, huh? Good morning, Chris. How are you doing, sir? Thank you so much for the host. I appreciate that. Dreamlab, that is argument for much dismay in the Instacart shopper community right now. So the system used to be that we get an hourly rate plus a share in the tips, or like in the service fee. And Instacart have just recently, about a month ago or so, taken the tips away. So they've changed the system to increase the hourly rate slightly and take away the share in the service fee. And that led to almost like a big walkout. So a lot of people have just stopped working for Instacart and tried to find other jobs. That was before the coronavirus scare. Ow. Yes, it's they're trying to make it more fair, I guess, for everyone. But that's the official line anyway. Chris, we're just talking about my day job at Instacart, while I'm trying to figure out what I need to do next in this level here. And this is, I've decided, I've taken you as a good example there. I like the idea of doing more streams around my day job, or around my IRL schedule, shall we say. And I thought maybe I'll do some morning streams just before I go to work, because I don't have the time when I come back from work. So I usually start around lunchtime, and I thought, yeah, this is a good idea. And I work for Instacart, and we're just talking about the fact that some of the tips, or actually our tips have disappeared from it. Used to be kind of a tipping thing to something that's now just a plain hourly rate. And it led to about like a 10-15% pay cut. Not as bad as the 50% pay cut that we were just talking about. Yes, you see, and this was one of the things that was quite cool about the tips, because you were encouraged to do a good job, and if you didn't do that, you just didn't get tips, and people wanted tips, so they thought, yeah, I'll do a good job. And now that's one of the issues, is that it feels like that incentive has gone away. I mean, for some people, it's not like, I'm not saying everyone's doing that, or that we take the job now less seriously, but it is certainly something that is of concern. But they found a different way. I think, oh, Chris, that is a very good question. Do customers still give tips? I think the service fee is there still, but I think they can probably give the driver a tip in cash. But I suppose for us in-store shoppers, we don't ever get to see a tip, because yeah, you can give the driver $5 and say, hey, thanks. But most people don't actually realize that the driver often is just the driver, not the guy who they've had a nice conversation with in the store while the shopper was shopping for them. Right, okay. If there is still a tip section, then I'm afraid to say I don't know where they go. I believe that's also something that the customers have complained about, that they said, hey, okay, look, so there's a service fee, and there's a delivery fee, and you want me to give tips as well? That's crazy, that's ludicrous. My $20 shops just turned into 45. Ah, a sticker. Let's grab the sticker. Right, yes. Do you have this per delivery, or do you have the subscription thing? I believe there's something similar to Amazon Prime, where you get something like $100 a year or something. I'm just making up the prices. I don't exactly know what the prices are, but then you get free delivery on everything. And how does it work with the delivery? How much is a delivery? Because that's the part of the system that we never really get to see. It'd be kind of interesting to find out what it's like at your end. Oh yeah, okay. Exactly, how much is the delivery? I think it depends somehow on how far you are away from the stores. That's what I have heard, yeah. And then I think on some areas where the mileage is just longer, it'll be more. But it really depends on where you live, I think. Oh, cool, thank you. Still a little bit confused as to where we need to go here. Check undercarriage. That would indicate that we have to actually go outside the whole train. So these books have conveniently fallen off and let us go into this little hole here. I wonder. We can't go over red cables. That's not allowed. Oh, there's a marker here. Chris, what are you up to today? Right, here we go. This looks dangerous. We were thinking, Chris, can you imagine rigging a six-legged character like that? They've just done such a marvelous job rigging and animating this little guy. It's very cute. Very cute. Alright, let's laser our way out of here. Oh, careful, Agent 8. Ay caramba. Oh my god, this is slippy. This is the wheel. You're chilling like Bob Dylan? I like it. You guys, oh yeah, I forgot, you're in New Jersey, aren't you? So you guys are under lockdown. Oh. We're kind of seeing that coming over here too. That's the ticket. We just climb underneath it because we can walk on the ceiling. Oh, Home Depot is still open? That's good to know. Okay, so that's about like $14.57. That sounds like a 5% service fee. Right, and it also shows $14.57 tip as a separate entry. Oh, interesting. I wonder if that's kind of the same amount. I mean, you didn't pay that twice, did you? You didn't pay $30 as a combination of... I get you, right, okay. Right, so free delivery and $14.57 was kind of fee/tip, right? That's how I read that. You didn't pay that twice, right? Because if you did... Oh my goodness, really? That really begs the question, where do the tips go then? If we don't get them anymore, who gets it? Right, I get you. Yeah, thank you so much for letting me know. It's that part of the whole process that I never get to see. Agent 8. Careful, brother. There's no way for you to see that for definite, right? If the shopper and the driver are the same people. Seems to be sliding up. Oh, this is like a glass plane, I guess. Right, yes, I think that is where a lot of our customers are still getting confused because they just don't know. Disable the C4. So it was you who bought all the toilet paper, huh? The stock levels have gone up a little bit in the supermarket, so that's nice. Yeah, like in Florida, we just keep stocking up all the time, aren't we? It's just, I don't know. I suppose we're so used to hurricane scares that we think, hey, always good to have a certain supply in the house. I don't know if I've done what I was supposed to do. It feels like there's something missing here. And you know, Steve posted something on Discord yesterday. I think it was on Rod's Discord. He discovered a TED Talk from 2015 in which Bill Gates essentially, just on a 10-minute talk, just said, yeah, actually, you know, back in the 80s we were all threatened by the whole Cold War thing. But he said, well, that's probably not gonna be the threat of the future. So he reckoned what we should all be afraid of is some kind of a viral outbreak, and he made some suggestions on how to get ready for that, and that was it. And that was in 2015. No one listened. Oh man, really. Oh yes, of course. He would be one of the people who would have the finances to make that happen. That is true. How can we get over here, I wonder? Of course. Yes, I've read before that people are thinking this is probably engineered. Who knows, really? Yeah, I can see the conspiracy theories about, hey, Bill said, let's make sure we have preventative measures in place. We didn't put them in place, and now he's the virus. Yeah, I can see that. I can see that. So this yellow ring thing here, this is something we can grapple on, should we need to. I find it really hard to know where I need to go. Yeah, there's these white dots, but how to get there is like... I suppose that's why they call it a puzzle game. This thing, I don't even know if I've done everything that I needed to do here now. It feels to me as if I haven't. I mean, I've opened the box. Is that enough? It says disable the first C4. I don't think I've done it, otherwise I would have gone away and said, hey, disable the second C4. Whoa, it does make you wonder. And speaking of Wuhan, how about that Dean Koontz story from 1981? He wrote a book as Lee Nichols, I believe. Forgot the title. And it came out during the Cold War. And from the second edition onwards, apparently it's not really about a viral infection, but there is one mentioned in the book. And they changed the title sometime in the 80s from whatever Russian reference it had to Wuhan 400. And that leads some to believe that Dean Koontz kind of predicted this outbreak because he named it Wuhan. How do I get back down there? I think I have to go around. Yes, follow the cable, Agent 8. Follow the cable. It's kind of a dramatic camera angle here. Disable the first C4. Come on. Is there any? Ah, there we go. That's easy. Oh, that wasn't it? Okay. Done. Guess that didn't work. Indeed, he probably predicted 4,900 other things that have yet to come true. That's a very good point. I don't know how these writers do it. Him and Stephen King. I mean, do they write what, a book a week? How do you type that much? I suppose you don't type. You just talk into a dictation device and let lackeys type it. Yeah, good books. Absolutely. So how did the random cable cutting get me killed there? Oh, I need to follow the cable. Right. So whatever is connected to the red thing, I guess. So if I follow that cable, that goes to the one on the bottom. Maybe that's what I need to cut. I thought I need to cut everything. No, just this one. Aha! Wow. And then your reading spree started afterwards. That's interesting. Yeah, I remember some friends at school. I mean, school where there was always something to read, and I was never into reading. I just couldn't do it. Didn't have enough practice. It was just some people, they could just, you know, if the homework was, well, read the next 20 pages of whatever. People could do it in half an hour. And I was thinking, this is going to take me 8 hours. This is going to, or much longer. This is not. No, I'm not doing it. So I never really got into the habit of reading at school at all. And yeah, exactly, no patience. And it was just, I don't think I was a very fast reader either. It just took me forever to follow the words and make sense of them. So it just wasn't really working for me. But like you say, after school, like when I was in my 30s, that's when I started reading. And then I started enjoying it. But I guess it's like so many things, I did it on my own terms rather than being forced to it. That makes a huge difference in my life. Someone says you have to upgrade to some software, I'm unlikely to want to do it. But when there's a choice, I'm thinking, hey, this could be fun. Oh. And that's how you got into books. How interesting. Alright, second C4 box. Yes, I can see that that's a tiny bit more complicated here. I totally agree. I remember I read a newspaper, or I bought a Sunday newspaper once in the UK, and it came with a free copy, like a hard copy of yeah, let's do that. It came with a hard copy of Jane Austen's Pride and Prejudice, I think, was it? I think so. And basically the book that Bridget Jones is based on. And that I read, and I thought I really liked the language, and I really thought this was nice when I was in my 30s, not when I was in my teens and 20s. And that made a huge difference. Same as Shakespeare. I tried Shakespeare on my own terms, and I thought, beautiful language. Really see what he did there. But it took me way longer than what school thought. Nah, you gotta read that when you're 15. Really? I don't think so. Let's see if we can trace this thing with our finger. So we're going from here, and then it goes kind of. This is difficult. I think it's here, and then it goes. I think it's the top. Is it? Could also be. Yeah, I think that's got to be the top. That's got to be the top. Let's do the top. Come on, Agent 8. Cut the top. Whoa. $105. Well done. How did you do extra credit? How did that work? Do you know, I think so too. It's an amazing way to just, and it really has to be read out loud. So I always read these things out loud in my head, and it's just so beautiful what he can do, or what he did do like 500 years ago. That's the other thing, or 400 years ago. Oh, I see. It's getting trickier. Man, this is mean. So this could go down here. Ah, right. And you nailed it. Hamlet. I don't think I've read Hamlet. Thanks for the tip. Maybe that goes on my reading list. Let's see, that guy curls around here, then goes to about here, comes back, then, I can't see it, I think it curls around here, and that goes to the outside. No, that can't be it. Okay, so that goes here, so it's the middle one, I think. Let's try it out. I haven't seen that one either. It was not the middle one then, I guess. What a shame. Okay, let's try another one. Let's maybe just try them in order. I'll go and try the top one now. That wasn't the top one either. Okay, the bottom one it is. Kenneth Branagh, I like it. So 4 hours, that's like the original play would have lasted that long as well, easily. Good thing Agent 8 has a tool for that. Okay, so 2, 3, 4, 1. Let's remember that. 2, 3, 4, and 1. Yeah, I tried to get into the one with Leonardo DiCaprio, the one that was like, man, what was that again? That was a Shakespeare thing as well. To thine own self be true. Absolutely, yes. And how wise. Modern times, it could be, yes. It was the whole thing. Yeah, I think so. I think it was. And I didn't really get into that. I thought it was all so modern that I was thinking that probably makes sense if you know the original, but I don't, so it doesn't really appeal to me that much. And I guess that's the reason why he's still quoted so many times today. I love it. Those are good quotes. But somehow we can put quotes into the chat. That would be really good to have Shakespeare quotes. Dragonate, how you doing? Glad you stopped by. This is the game I was talking about. Exclusive on Apple Arcade. We're just talking about Shakespeare. And I guess our mission now is that we have to extract the poison gas from the cabin. That is what we should do, Dreamlab. Exactly. Because there is a way to do this on the Streamlabs bot. I just have no idea how to do it. There's something you can do something like an 8-ball thing that gives you a random answer. So it could work by the same principle, that you just type in !Q and then you just get a random Shakespeare quote. That'd be really cool. How do we extract the poison gas from the cabin? I have no idea. Do you know, I'm looking forward to that as well. We didn't have to do it yet, but yeah, I think that is, I suppose that's going to come up at one point. This lets us walk off the floor. That's nice. What will you be streaming today, Nate? Last I saw was Surviving Mars, I believe. Yeah, I guess Julia was just saying maybe we should do Surviving Earth next. If you have so many, it's difficult to choose. Oh, maybe that's where these exciting retro controls at the top would come in handy. Also that, what is that? That's like the air vent. We saw an air vent earlier. Yeah, same here. I think I got it free on Epic, but I never tried it. So it's always nice when I see somebody stream a game that, oh, it's a guy dying, my goodness. When I see a game being streamed that, oh man, that I've not tried myself. Okay, air vent, people dying and all that. Let's make sure that doesn't happen. The poor conductor, I mean not that he's conducting anything right now. That could come in handy. That's one vent. And of course that's missing a handle. Why didn't we spot this earlier? Very good, Agent. Can we just max that out a bit somehow? Disable the source of the poison gas. Man, there's always something, isn't there? not enough to suck it out. What is this? What do we do with this? Oh, we stuck that on here. Do we? No, we don't. Those are all chewing gums? Ew, that's disgusting. I'd say we just stick them on here, but how do we do that? Is that even where the gas is coming from? I have no idea. Good point, yes. Let's not complain about the gum or how unhygienic it is. It's good that we have gum. So my money is on putting this onto that vent. But whence from shall we do that? That's not a Shakespeare quote, is it? Like, maybe from here. Rimworld, yes, that could be good. Is that based on the Terry Pratchett novel? That's not doing it, is it? Where's the oh, that's where the poison gas is coming from. Oh, over there. Man. Okay, give me my gun back. Woo! 100 messages. Look at that. Oh, okay. Maybe I'm mixing it up with Discworld. Was that Terry Pratchett? There's some world with Terry Pratchett. I think it was Discworld. There's so many, isn't there? Well, maybe now we're getting our chance. Nate, tell us about the situation in Canada. What's going down with lockdown things over at your end? We're in Florida here. Dreamlab and I are in Florida. I believe Chris is in New Jersey. New Jersey's locked down, which is crazy. California, Louisiana. No, don't die on me. Man, hang in there. Don't be such a baby. Just hold your breath a little longer. New York, right. Even more metropolitan. Right, no gatherings over 50. No mandatory quarantine. No, okay. How about, do you have to stay at home or can you leave the house if you wish? Because that's what we're kind of waiting for. That we have in Florida, we currently have parks and beaches closed. A few days ago, the mayor was saying hotels and marinas are open. Then literally in the evening, it had already changed to hotels must close by yesterday evening, so there's no hotels open anymore. Guess I can't go in here. Dang. Restaurants only do delivery service now. No retailers, that's right. No hotels, that's right. Hotels are closed. Yeah, essential businesses only open now. I don't know what to do with this thing. Looks like I need a bigger thing. I don't know if a little piece of chewed out gum from underneath the seat's gonna cut it here. Oh, it's because in previous levels the game was really fair in that it would just start me off after dying where I just came from, but I guess this is not quite the case here. So I have to find that. I have to switch this thing on again. Right, no, this is already on. What is it? I don't know what I'm doing. Is this not good? That thing sucking things out? No, do you know, many of the other shoppers I work with, they are wearing face masks and rubber gloves. I was considering just literally to stop working. So I guess red can't be good. Is red good? I can't tell. Maybe red is what it needs to be. Maybe we just need to go and get rid of the gum on the third fan. Maybe it's easier than that. Disable the source of the poison gas. Oh my goodness! Christina! The virus isn't getting me, although I really thought this is it. That is very good news, Christina. That is awesome news. We're so super happy to see you. That is so exciting. We were a little bit worried, absolutely, yes. Oh my God, that is the most wonderful news we've ever heard. And I'm so glad to see that there was a reason why I'm going to go live on air at 10 a.m. these days. That is so exciting. Ah. So what's the situation like? Are you still in the hospital? Are you still on the, what's it called? The lung machine, as Eric calls it. It's called ventilator, that's the word I was looking for. And there's also, he was saying that you're on a blood oxygenization machine type thing, but also that it's kind of tricky because many other patients are waiting for that machine. So super excited that you're here and that you're back with us. That's so cool. Oh, Christina, that is wonderful news. That really has made my day. Agent 80, on the other hand, isn't doing so well because he needs to go into this poison gas thing here. I wasn't paying attention. What was that? I was trying to read the chat. I should have watched the thing. Okay, come on. 3, 4, 2, 1. Remember. Okay, 3, 4, 2, 1. Whew. Yes, I think we're all super concerned, and maybe all our best wishes made you, gave you that last bit of energy that you needed to fend off that virus. Who knows? I'm just so happy that you're back with us. You may not even be here anymore because your connection is gone, but I'm glad it worked. This is so cool. This is really cool. And yes, that is one thing that did make me absolutely laugh when Eric said when you woke up that you were less worried about the virus and more about the fact that there was no laptop. I can see why I'd be like that. Initiate brakes! Oh my god, I guess that's the next puzzle. Going into the tunnel. Toxicity levels are falling throughout the train. Woohoo! Now let's complete the mission, Agent 8. I thought this was the mission. Use the terminal to slow down the train. Alrighty then, let's do that. Can't be that difficult. Just click stop. Initiate brakes. I thought it was going to be that easy. Just click it and that's it, right? So I'll just have to follow this the little white line I'm controlling, and the little fat line that's getting slimmer and slimmer. That's the computer doing its thing. And I guess I'm just gonna have to go and make sure it goes and stays with it. Good job. Woohoo! That is so nice, look at that. Wow. I agree. I have no idea how I survived long bus journeys to and from school, wait times at bus journeys, like when you had to wait 25 minutes for the bus to turn up. How do you survive that without a phone, without doing something? You know, I remember thinking that there's such a wasted time that you sit somewhere and you can't fill your brain with stuff, and being aware of it, that was really difficult for me. I remember that. And there were a lot of downtime type moments in my young adult life. And yeah, you're right. There was no, I wonder what that word means. Or I wonder what you know, X, Y, and Z is, and you just look it up on Google. And you know, back then it was much less about the live interaction you have with people. It's more about like, how do you satisfy your brain from not withering to death from boredom? That's a very good point. Yes, very good point. Indeed, for 30 minutes, are you insane? I remember clever people just brought their book and they just had their nose in the book, but reading wasn't for me, so it was oh dear. This was 1 hour. I've got some time actually. Look, it's 11. That's cool. Do you want to do the next level, Bugged Out? Let's do Bugged Out. Let's see what that level is all about. See where it takes us. Agent 8 in Bugged Out. SIN are constructing a spy satellite. Its purpose, something sinister. Sabotage their plans. Gotcha. We haven't played this already, have we? I don't think so. Yeah, let's start. Good idea. See if Christina drops by again. That was a highlight. That was so cool. Not that hanging out with you isn't a highlight. This is kind of the highlight of my day, doing this actually. Before, you know, I gotta work. Yes, loading times. I don't know if it's my device or if it's iOS in general. This is, so the hardware on this thing, just to give you an impression, this is an 4th generation Apple TV. That's not an A5 processor anymore. That's got to be an A6. So that is akin to the iPhone 6, I believe. That's kind of the hardware that this is. So not the 6S, not the 7, not the 8, not the 10, not the XS, whatnot. It's more like the iPhone 6 equivalent. So decent, supports Metal, I believe Metal 2, and supports the latest version of tvOS, iOS 13 equivalent. People are wearing masks and everything, look at that. Remember, discretion is key. Don't do anything to arouse suspicion. Gotcha. Oh, that was nice of her. Tell her she should join the stream. Are you on today, Nate? I always forget your schedule. It's around 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. But ever since the time change, it's different. Tell me more. That looks deadly. Ooh, made it. Find a way to the antenna. Right, yes. You gotta be, oh, 9 a.m. And what's MDT? That's Mountain Daylight Time. Right. So that's, what is that Eastern Standard Time? That is Mountain, that's 2 over, that's 11. That's right, that's 11 Eastern Daylight Time, that's it. Yeah, I always find that even if I have a plan to stream and I'm not in the mood, that's really difficult. I tend to not do it. And sometimes it's really easy for me to do stuff, even highly complex 3D stuff, but I really have to be in the mood and then everything is totally fine. But if I'm too tired or if I'm too rushed or there's something else not quite right, then it's just not working. There's really no half measures. Weirdly enough, it's an interesting aspect of the whole streaming thing. Oh my god, no, don't do that, don't do that. Oh. Have any of you tried Doom Eternal yet? I've yet to try the regular Doom that I bought for $4.99 thanks to Nate's affiliate link. That was really nice. I'm buying quite a few things of Humble Bundle these days. It's very nice. It's such a wonderful service. I've just discovered it. I didn't know how cool these things are. Like that other bundle, the one with the flame painter, and in Spirit. My God, in Spirit, unbelievable. That's great for live streams. You can just go and do live art that looks mesmerizing. Buy some, play some lo-fi chill hop themes underneath it and you've got live art. Crazy stuff. A virtual streamer? No, I haven't. That's interesting. A virtual streamer? As in, like, doesn't exist. I mean, only exists in silicon shape and form. How much is Doom Eternal? And I thought it's just the regular $60, which is expensive for me too. I mean, the last game I bought that was that expensive was Control, and I don't think I've got enough mileage out of it to warrant $60. In all honesty. Not that it wasn't a good game, but as there comes the point where levels get hard and I'm thinking, yeah, screw this, man, life's too short. It's really not my cup of tea. $80! Oh. Yes, that is like 60 US, isn't it? Oh, that's what it is. Right. Chatterbait. Interesting. Oh, I get it. Excellent. That is a clever idea. So it's a bit like, I have this, what is that called again? It's another recommendation of yours actually. It's available on Steam, $15, $20. The something like face rig, I think that was it. So it's a bit like that, but for a whole body. Yeah, it's crazy good. Cool idea. Oh, I have to see that. If you have a link to that channel, Let me have it. I'd love to have a look at that. Yeah, I need to play with that. Maybe we can do that in a 3D shenanigans stream and just go and just see what it can do, like checking out that program. That's a really good idea. I haven't delved into it much, but it's just one of those interesting ideas, you know. I think I'm gonna just wait until this scary thing has gone powered up, and then I think we can walk over here. Oh, I guess I mustn't touch this. Oh, it's crazy. Oh yes, I see. And then we go down here. Has distinct advantages being able to walk on the ceiling. Oh right, project manager. Okay, cool. Thank you so much. I'll check that out. And up we go. There's so many interesting things that utilize 3D in that way. And there's seemingly no limitations. There's always something else that comes out. It's absolutely exciting. Oh wow, I really have to look into that. I didn't even know it was a thing. Yeah, I'm really a fan if you have technology that you can see the value in. Like 3D is a good example. It has a great value, but it's so uber complicated to get anything done in. It's almost like, well, you need to fritter that away and abstract that somehow so that humans can interact naturally and easily with it. Do you know, I wonder, yeah. And a bit like what happens on the DAS and Unity and Unreal marketplaces, that content creation for those things, even custom content creation, is a thing. As soon as people start making other things with it, there'll be this other fringe market, I guess. Whoa! Oh, Agent 8! That was painful. Avoid falling from heights. Thank you, Captain Obvious. It's so slippy. What am I even doing here? No, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. Ah. Oh, poor Agent 8. It is. Maybe we should have him slip off again, just so that we can see that again. No motion capture was used in this. Or if it was, how would you do it? Would you capture 2 legs at a time? Or would you hand animate this? This being an Apple exclusive thing, there's literally zero press coverage out there other than, hey, Sumo Digital has released this game on Apple Arcade. Get it here. Great, yeah, okay, so who made it? Who developed it? How did you do it? Are there any ports coming? No, nothing. Such a shame. And I think Sumo Digital, that name rings a bell. No! Bzzzt. Oh, poor little guy. See if we can walk onto this thing here. So we've already been on that. Maybe this is where we want to be. Or is it? Can we walk down here? No, we can't get off the silver thing here. Oh. Like, yeah, exactly. Sometimes this is another thing, like a new thing. I think CG Matter have started doing that to the extreme now as well. Much like Ian Hubert, he did these 1-minute tutorials, and CG Matter does that now with highly complex stuff. And is editing it in such a way that it's really unwatchable for me, but the knowledge contained in that 1 minute 30 seconds or whatever is quite dramatic. But that's a huge new segment as well. Everyone's doing this for entertainment purposes, I guess. It's not very educational, but I'd like to kind of dissect them, these things. I wonder maybe we can go and go through this literally almost like in 1 second increments and dissect what he says and then follow it on a stream. I'm not very good at this, am I? Yeah, like some of the crowd animations Ian Hubert is making, fantastic stuff. But you know, it's a mere concept. To really follow it, it'll be quite dramatic to literally go through it and say, what did he say? It's like to really get value out of that, you'd have to really script out what he's saying, download a script, and literally go through this almost frame by frame, and then follow it as if it were a tutorial. I suppose at least CG Matter tries to do this, that he does the short form thing for free on YouTube to get 100,000 views, and then his Patreon supporters get the actual tutorial. That's a clever way of doing it. Oh, I see. And then we can walk across. That is a clever idea, isn't it? It's an innovative way of saying, hey, this is a reason why you should be signing up to Patreon, because you obviously want to make what I'm explaining here. It's just that in this shape and form, it's technically all there, but not really something you can follow. If you want to do that, $10 and you're in. Ooh, that's nice. It's not going to arouse suspicion, is it? I think this guy's looking at me funny. Hey dude, can I borrow your face mask? I have to go shopping today. Is that an N95? Right, that's a good point, yes. Almost like an introductory thing that says, well, this is what you can do, so just stick with that current application and you'll be good. Like in cloth animation, fluid animations. I've never looked into these things in Blender. I think I tried fluid once, and it's difficult. But it is doable, and I mean, these tools change all the time. So I tried it like last year or something, and that's of course like long been redone. This is quite clever how they've made his legs stick to the floor. So I don't think this is intentional. It's just, I think the algorithm seeks for a surface to latch onto. So I think once I wind this thing up, I think something shifts slowly. It's kind of a timer, I guess. But watch his little feet. When I'm standing here, it looks like some of his feet just start to grab on the surfaces that it can reach. It's an interesting algorithm there. And that kind of dictates the whole animation. That's nice. The more I look into these details of what they've done with video games, there's so many things that you have to think about and put in place. I have great respect for people who develop such things. I have no idea how to do it, but that's less about that. It's more like appreciating what is. Oh, are we now inside the satellite? We're going inside the satellite. Oh, that's a sticker. I'm totally gonna get the sticker. Ooh, collected a sticker on every level. Did I now? Look at that. Whoa. Perfect infiltration, Agent 8. Slick's all taped up here. Looks like the computer is offline. Find a way to power up this system. I think we've solved a puzzle like that before. it has something to do with moving these things in place. Let's try it. Come on. Hiya. Last time it was tricky because we had to do it in a certain order. He can't do it. It's all slippery. So cute. Oh, this is a really nice close look at the guy. That is so cute. I'd love to build a guy like that. I think this I can just about model. I'm not sure if I can animate him like that, but that would be a nice little project because it is just spheres, a few cylinders, and then of course, you know, a rigging extravaganza. Maybe Steve can help me out there. When I say help me out, let him rig the character. So we have battery, we have power, fuse lock and bat lock. Oh, I see, I see. So now we can go and put this thing over here. Oh, speaking of cute design and all, did you see Ed Catmull got some kind of prize? I think it was a touring prize. Ed Catmull is the guy who was working with Steve Jobs at Pixar. And he's responsible for the Pixar subdivision surface algorithm. So Catmull Clark, that's where that name rings a bell from. Ed Catmull. Turing Award, that was it. Turing Award. Front page of Wikipedia is useful sometimes. Very nice. I thought that was really, really cool. He's 74 now, so not quite a spring chicken anymore. But he's still around, so, you know, God bless him for that. That's very nice. So yes, that's just, you know, made me think of technical yet cute. That's kind of the, that's really what Pixar have always stood for. Yes. Whoa, windy. The computer's overheating. Is that not good, Dr. Aran? I guess the diagnostics program was only designed to be run in space. Not bad, right? You really can't tell anymore if somebody is over 70 or over 80 these days. Yeah, good point. I don't actually know that either. That may be from his back in his heydays. Oh yes, the other stick. Should we just go whack that thing right in there? That, oh great, that worked. Error, okay. Critical cooling. I gotta say, I mean, for the fact that this is mobile technology that we're playing this on, this doesn't look bad at all, I must say. I mean, what other game console is $99, or I think it's $149, and gives you those kinds of graphics? Game controller not included, that's of course another $60. So we're almost at the price of a PlayStation, I guess. But very nice. When they had this overhead shot there, that little animation, I thought, wow, this is something that reminds me of some other platform games. Like the Jak and Daxter series, that looked pretty much like that. Yeah, you can really see where, so the resolution isn't actually 1920 by 1080. I think this is upscaled. I can see a lot of, there's no anti-aliasing here. I mean, the resolution is 1920 by 1080, but I think there's no anti-aliasing. There's not a lot of reflections. So it's kind of, it works, But I suppose this is, for them, this is kind of the first foray into testing out what this could potentially look like. I mean, as technology gets better, collected half of all stickers, woo! I can imagine they're real. That's real competition to Xbox and PlayStation. Because at the rate at which Apple are cranking up their hardware, that is kind of crazy. And also for the fact that it isn't really a games console. It does this like on top of many other things. It's kind of frightening, isn't it? But then, rumor has it that the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Generation X, or whatever it's called, that might well be the last ever generation of games consoles. Can I throw that far? Like that far? No. I mean, I could try, but I don't think it's going to arrive there. I suppose, I mean, you can see this from both angles. If I'm looking at quality like this on the cheap, and then really high-end stuff in the cloud. Yeah, it's a good point. Where is the middle ground? Would you pay $400 for another games console if you can have this on your mobile phone? Or an equivalent device? Or if you just pay whatever nominal amount it is per month and then game all you want with no lag. That's another thing I want to try out. Like what are Stadia and all these things about? What is it? How good is it? I've not played anything on PlayStation Now. That is something I could begin with, I guess. Oh no, this is not how it works. I need to go and make sure this thing is going away, and so that thing can slide into the middle. Right, gotcha. Yes, interesting times, isn't it, for gaming? On one hand, the technology is getting better and better by the moment. End of the year, we're expecting the RTX 3080. Can you believe it? That is kind of crazy. Yeah, I suppose that is the thing with games consoles, isn't it? That you think you buy a console and it lasts like nearly a decade, but it's unupgradable as such. There's nothing you can go, just slot that in, spend another $100 a couple of years later, and you'll be golden. That's just not how it works with game consoles. Whoa, okay, slippy, gotcha. That's not a good angle either, is it? How much is Stadia then? I was seriously considering getting one of those Founder Edition controllers. I just about stopped myself. Man. Should have gone that much closer. Now I haven't got any screws up here anymore. Man. Do I need to go all the way back to get some screws? Yeah, let's do it. Because there was some kind of a package, it was just over $100, I think, and it came with a controller, which I think is the fascinating bit, that you only have a controller and a signal coming back. That is just fascinating to me, that you don't have something like proper that sends a signal out. It's just your controller wirelessly directly into the thing, and back comes a picture. And whatever you do with your fingers, well, that's just what appears on the monitor. That's just fascinating. Oh, the games aren't included? Oh, that's ridiculous. Yeah, well, that's obviously terrible marketing strategy. I had assumed, like with Apple Arcade, you just pay a monthly fee, and whichever games you find on the arcade, they're yours to play as long as you're a member. Much like the Microsoft service that does the same thing, that I've of course forgotten its name now. Oh, come on, agent. 60 for a game and $10 a month just so that you can play it. That's not good. Yeah, they have to get rid of that. They have to say, look, 20 a month and play whatever you like. And for that, you also have to deliver top titles on the library at all times. You can't say, hey, play this game, 20 bucks a month, and it's like 10 years old. No, you don't want to do that. That's the EA way of doing things, isn't it? Yeah, Amazon, on the other hand, I've just received an email from Amazon today that they are about to shut down one of their services that had to do with affiliate links. Something along the lines of just some statistics service. Sometimes they come out with something and say, hey, this is awesome, you should sign up, you should use it, it's all awesome. And then you do it, you don't understand what's going on, and then 2 years later they send you an email and say, actually, we've decided to phase it out. It's just, we acknowledge it's not working, and then it just gets stopped. So Amazon do that sometimes. Oh, is there another puzzly thing that I have yet to do something with? I can't walk up that wall? Yeah, that is what I would be afraid of as well. The whole lag thing in general. That is something, I mean, PlayStation Now, I don't know, how do they do it? They have been, this is the old Gaikai service, and they're supposed to be doing well, if you believe the marketing hype. I've never tried it out myself. I should do it, really. Maybe we can do it together. We can do it on a stream and just literally just check out how it works. I've never tried it. It's no longer on the PlayStation 3, but it's on the PlayStation 4 now. And there is a trial that's free. So we can totally try it out. It is a little expensive, I think. I forgot the amount now, but I remember it being expensive. Look where I'm actually supposed to be going there. So there's only so many ways I can go up. There's this way here, and there's that way. Let's try going up this way. I think that only goes to the fan, and I think, watch the red cables, I can't go beyond them. Or maybe I can go up. No, I can't go up. More red cables here. Underneath it now? Oh, yeah, there we go. Oh, nice. Sometimes not exactly sure which direction you need to push the joystick into. Like, to get around this corner without being in vision. Dude, where I am now. This is crazy. Okay, this isn't helping. So I know I'm somewhere underneath here. How do I get up? Come on, you gotta be able to. You had it, nearly had it. It's the old issue with platform games: camera angles. F. Yes! Agent 8! Well done, my friend. Oh my god. Good point. Thank you so much, Dreamlab. I think I have I have about 20 minutes. About 20 minutes, and then I have to get going. But hey, maybe we can fix this level by then, who knows? thank you for the reminder. I do appreciate that. So, I would imagine we just need another nut. Go up here with another nut, and then go. And maybe we'll just go. If we go and take we can't do this anymore. So once it's extended, it's extended. I think it is. I think it is. And it had something like an IDE connector here on the other side. I was trying to undo it, but I think once it snaps into place, you can't undo this anymore. I thought it makes this easier for us to walk up here. Because I suppose what we need to do now is grab that nut that I've had two up here, but I've thrown them down the bottom again. Grab a nut, bring the nut upstairs, and then just go and hopefully chuck this thing over. Yeah, those switches don't work anymore. That's a shame. Right, that's the way down. Oh yes, those were the days. My God, those were the days. Ribbon cables. I never had any that were that pretty though. They were all just grey. It also goes to show how long we've been dealing with computers. Since forever, that's for how long. Ah, I see, there's a much easier way to get up there. Okay, come, let's throw the nut at the thing. Oh, that's good. As long as I lock it into place here. Yes! Come on! Error, that's the spirit. Yeah, they all looked very uniform, didn't they? Satellite locked. The solar array. Let's deploy it. I like it. So that is... Oh, we can't go down here. We have to go over here, of course. Is there a shortcut? Yes, look at that grapple over there. That's why there's a grapple hook thing. Right. Aha. Oh yes. I remember that. Didn't it all start with Steve Jobs and his iMac colors, and then all the PC manufacturers followed suit? Deploying solar array. Look at his two front legs, that's so cute. Yeah, I think he started this concept of the all-in-one PC. I think that was the thing that started this off. And not only did he start that, he also then made it colorful. And that was just PC manufacturers like Dell and all these people, they started building clones of that, which were, you know, that obviously Steve wasn't having any of that. But it didn't take long until for there to be things like the Dells and all that to come out that were not clones, but they were kind of standalone models. LGR has a good video on his channel about one of those clones. And they looked terrible, but the idea today is something that's more or less commonplace, the all-in-one PC, and it wasn't at the time. And I think that's when the funky designs started coming in, that a computer doesn't have to look boring as hell. I'm gonna get over here? So once again, I can't go over the red things. Not that I die, I just can't step on them. Maybe this flips me over. Maybe that's the idea. Oh yes, of course. I step on here and then I just go... just go this way. Ha 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 ha. Gotta think 4-dimensional in this game. I really like that. I think my computer stayed kind of grey until I had my first laptop. No, third laptop, I think. That became my first. That became then my kind of my desktop with the 14-inch CRT monitor on there. That was my desk. And then I turned yet again to a beige box. Oh dear, this is crazy now. Can I walk on the gold stuff? Oh no, it's slippy! Oh my goodness. And I think I never really... Actually, what I'm saying is I never really had a fashionable PC. I think the Mac is kind of the closest thing I have to a fashionable device. Fashionable as of, 10 years ago. And then my Z workstations, they're kind of, like HP workstations, so they're still very business. They still look swish, but again, tech from 10 years ago. Alright, so I guess now I go and have to slip and slide. Oh, this is tricky. Agent 8. Now I've completely lost orientation. What is up and what is down? I can't tell anymore. Indeed. Yeah, I guess they're really putting a lot of effort into getting people on board who look at such things. I mean, I don't really mind because my PC's underneath my desk, but if you have it as part of a good-looking gaming rig on your, like on top of your desk, I can see why that's important to people. And it is sometimes the difference between, am I going to buy this thing or not? Yeah, this one's got flashy lights on it. Yeah, I'll buy that instead of the black boring one. My RTX 2080 has flashy lights on it that I can control with some kind of software. It's lost on me, but it has all kinds of effects like breathing, and it looks really pretty, but it's enclosed in a box without a glass panel, so I can't really see that. Have I just committed a fatal crime here? Because I shouldn't have gone on here, I guess. Man. Yes, give the component some breathing space. I totally agree. Yeah, like even my Z800 was very, very packed with 2 graphic cards in there. And all kinds of other little controllers and all that. Is that so, Nate? That's exciting. It's just, I'm thinking, it's such a loss because I'd love to look at the flashy lights, but how am I going to do that? I should probably put a little camera into the case. That'd be cool. That's another live stream altogether, live from inside Jay's PC. wonder what that switch just did. Oh, look at that. So these things now flip over. Right, and then I'm going to have to go take that route. Oh, yes. How exciting. Have I just missed my spot here? No, yes. Yes, I have. Ah, for humanity. I'm going to wait until this goes back up. There. And then we go... Quickly. Oh, man. You're stuck, Agent 8. Ow. Whew. Just about. It is just about the lights, huh? Mechanical keyboards, I've looked into them. They're not for me. It's thank you very much. They're not. I do a lot of typing, and I prefer a controller over playing games with the keyboard. So I've invested into this Logitech Craft. That's really nice. It's expensive. It's like $200, 180 or something. But it's got this amazing software that can attach the one keyboard to both my computers, or up to 3 computers, and that's really nice. And it also has lights, so that's cool. It's like, I can imagine. You see, this is your own new Kickstarter campaign. Build one, and then tell people, this is now $400. You can buy exclusively on dreamlabstudios.com. It can't be that difficult to make that, to get somebody to actually physically manufacture that for you. That'd be ideal. That'd be awesome. Wireless, mechanical, and LED lights. Make them so multicolored that you've got software to literally make every key any way different, and you can sell profiles for that. Can you imagine? That'd be so cool. And make it durable. Dial to disable thruster diagnostics. Oh, over there. Okay. Oh, wait, this is the long way around. Let's go use the other way. But Nate, is it mechanical and wireless? And does it have lights? Because it has to be mechanical, has wireless, and has lights. Ah, G915. No, I can't go up there. What a shame. Can I go up on the outside? Yes, I can. Aha. You know, we can walk on the side. That's nice. No, don't do that. Come on. You can do it. Jump. See, if you had 8 legs, this wouldn't be a problem, but with 6 legs only. That's crazy. I think I'm going to encounter a little issue here when I get to this point. I don't think I can go back on here. This lets me only go down. So cute. And then I can go up here, but because of that red and white tape, bet I can't cross. Yeah, that was what my keyboard was. I think it was 180. It was supposed to be 200. I got it for 180. And then the keyboard wasn't all. I also had to buy a $100 mouse to make it work with both computers. But the mouse and keyboard switch seamlessly when you just drag the cursor from one system to the other. And mouse and keyboard control are automatically transferred to the next computer. That is very cool. You know, the mouse for 50 actually. But still, $230 plus tax. But now all my worries are over. So sometimes that's just what you have to pay, and then you've got what you want. Yeah, they do really. That's a good deal. Yeah, they do really. They do knock them out sometimes. I mean, Logitech particularly, they're much like other companies, tech companies. They're in the habit of selling you this model today, and then tomorrow they bring out another one, and the old one goes on sale for ridiculous amounts of money, and you think, happy with that, thank you. Ah yes, the old let's wander underneath ploy. Also the old terrible camera ploy. I can barely see where I'm going. I just have to trust there's something at the end of this. But there isn't. Or is there? No, there isn't. It's funny, isn't it, how important the right desk setup is for us these days? Back in the day, a keyboard was perfectly sufficient. Any keyboard. And now we're actually getting really picky with what we need. Like I remember spending literally 2 years finding the right dual keyboard setup, and in the end I realized it's not going to work. So that's when I then purchased this Logitech for so much money. But that's something I'm really, really happy with. And it also makes me realize how unhappy I was with all the compromises I lived with before, all the cheapo plastic keyboards, $20, $30 type jobs. I would love to see your game setup once, Nate. Well, I would really be interested in that. Because you have a dual PC setup as well, don't you, for streaming? That opens up all kinds of other possibilities, like the technical aspect of setting that up alone. That is not easy, not an easy task. How are we going to get crosses? I have no idea. I'm sure there's something I'm missing. Indeed. My next investment needs to be a better monitor. This thing is literally, it works, but every time I look at so this is like $150 Acer monitor. And it works, and it was supposed to be this was all made for that cheap Z600 that I bought. And only because my two $1,000 Mac monitors are only Thunderbolt, and I could not connect them to a PC. Just wasn't working. And so I bought this one. But now I've got my Mac monitor on the right, and I've got the PC monitor on the left, and every time I look at a picture that I do in Photoshop, it looks fantastic on the Mac monitor, and it looks really, really sad and washed out on the Acer monitor. So yes, a better monitor on my Windows system is something I'll have to invest into next. So there's no way for me to get across here. The other way then. Yeah, thanks about the 4K tip. It's something I'm not really. Yeah, I'm not sure about 4K. I suppose it's one of those things that as long as you don't look at a 4K image, you think, yeah, well, why do I need anything higher resolution? And as soon as you get used to it, you think, man. Right. Yeah, I think I'll go stick with 1080 for now. Or something like my Mac monitor is 2K, so that's nice as well. That's just a larger picture at the same pixel density. I like the high DPI approach. I like that. But 4K as in, yeah, but that's what 4K essentially is, isn't it? Yeah, there is that, the eye issue. Oh my goodness, yes. Are you wearing glasses for reading? Because that's what's gonna happen, Nate, as you get older. Oh, I see. And then I go over here. Is that how I do it? Then do I go on the inside? No. Man, I can't work it out. I'm too stupid. All right. I only wear them for. I've got astigmatism and I'm a bit short-sighted, but it's more the astigmatism that does it for me. So I wear them for watching afar, and close up I can just about work it all out. But I do notice that I can't have things that close to my face anymore. So it's still okay to like for my phone and stuff to have that in reach. So it's not like, you know, older people that have to, in order to read something, even with glasses, you have to take it 2 feet away from your eyes so that it's in focus. It's not like that for me, but I certainly know that I used to be able to look at things literally this close up, and that doesn't work anymore. So this is now where it's getting out of focus for me. This is now out of focus if I'm doing that. And this is how my eyes have changed, because I could literally, back in the day, I could literally do this and see things in focus, and that's no longer possible for me. So, but you know, other people have it differently, that I literally have to do this in order to see this, and to see something in focus. Oh, crazy stuff. Yes, it's just, you know, the joys of getting old. Thank you so much for subscribing, Andreas Obermeier. That was a YouTube subscription, I think. Which is very nice, thank you so much. I did a premiere on YouTube as well this morning. I can't work this thing out. Have you got any ideas of where I should be going? I can't walk past any of the red things. And it looks like I have to go over there where the 88 centimeters says I should be going. But wouldn't it be nice if I could just walk across here? No, I can't walk on red here. So these red and white strips he doesn't want to go over, and then anything painted in red he doesn't want to go over either. So I suppose that's their way of saying, yeah, you got to work it out. There's some kind of puzzle involved here. So I also can't walk up here. This is also red. So I can't walk on the golden stuff. That's slippy. So as soon as I'm here, I can't walk up anymore. So I can go down, but it's oh, slippy, there we go. And then I can't walk over this gap here. I thought maybe there's usually you go underneath something or on the side, something that you don't expect. And there's this little bridge that you just walk across. But that's not here. So this is essentially like closed off this bit. So then if we go to the other section here, I think that is also won't let me go through here. Oh, there's this, of course. Maybe it's this. I just have to go and make sure I don't get burnt to a crisp. Oh, avoid heat sources. Oh dear. Grappling hook. I'll have a look out for that. I have a feeling this is probably what we need to do. Grasp the momentum. Just make sure you're here. Then run over with all your might. Woo. Run away. Now what? Partly better than before. Oh, red, no, can't do red. Yeah, let's try to go up. Oh, look, we can go up, that's cool. Now we go over here. Oh, come on, come on, come on, we can do this. We can do this. There was also a sticker here somewhere, wasn't there? I saw a sticker from afar. I'm gonna hunt after that sticker. No, I can't because it's red. Oh, okay. Forget the sticker. Abort! Abort! Well, we'll just leisurely walk up here. That's actually a little clue here. I've learned that these things are little arrows that point in kind of the correct direction. Alrighty. Hack the computer. Yeah, they didn't look like that when I started playing this, and then I realized, oh, they're just giving you little clues. There's not many of them though. Oh, there we go. This is something I enjoy about the game, is that you have to think perspectives, that you go, well, actually you need to go and walk on the side or walk on the ceiling now. Instrument calibration in progress. What the? We need to calibrate the computer? Yes, strangely familiar, this level, isn't it? Maybe we should just... Yes, maybe we should have. That satellite was junk indeed. Well, okay then. This isn't too difficult, he says. Yes, this, right? Yeah, I like that as well. That there's air bubbles underneath it. It's very cute. These are the things that I'd really like to just ask them about. What did you use for that? Is that, what is that, a normal map? It's very clever. So we've got the green thing. We've got some other sticks. And yes. Yeah, thank you, Chris. I think I have another 10 minutes. I think maybe another 10 minutes. Come on, let's do this. I don't want to stop now. This is just getting interesting. Is this what I have to do? Do they have to be in here? No, they just have to be... That just has to be in here now, doesn't it? Is that how it works? Oh, come on, agent. And then there's this. You know, actually... Is that what I have to do? Do these turn a color? No, this is where the green thing needs to go. Oh, gotcha, gotcha. Okay, so this is... needs to go over here, maybe. I'm thinking. I have a feeling though that I mustn't go through the little black things with my green stick. I think that is... Is that how it works? Or do I have to do that? Yeah, maybe I have to do that. take the green stick through the black things. No. I do not have to do that. Hey, it's tough calibrating a computer, you know? Oh, this turned blue now. What does that mean? Oh, that's the blue guy. All right. Blue, okay. Interesting. So we take this through here. Take this through here and through here. That turns blue. Now, actually, we need to go and, well... The room. I don't think I've heard of that. There is something that I thought I might enjoy, which was the cube. I think Cube 1 and Cube 2. There's another freebie on... I think Cube 2 was a freebie on Epic Games. Aha! Now we've got the red thing going. Alright. Red thing goes through here. Oh yes. What, that didn't even switch it on? What the? Interesting. Why not indeed? Oh, because this thing's red now. Man. Okay, we'll park you here for a second. We'll park you, I don't know, maybe here. I have a feeling there's something I'm not doing right about this puzzle. Ah, or is there? Panel open! This is great. I think we can just about finish this level. Okay, let's remember this again. The sequence of the red lights. 4, 1, 2, 3. That's easy enough. And then we need to do 4, 1, 2, 3. Boom! Panel closed. Agent 8, what did you do? When I said they should just launch it, I didn't mean it. Okay. Yes, that's easier said than done. Dr. Iran, if that is your real name. Oh my god, they're gonna launch this thing! Bugged out! That was it! A lovely little space adventure. Successfully sabotaged the satellite. Oh my god, this was actually the game. There's also the answer, what engine did they use? Well, it was Unreal, wasn't it? There we go. Very cool. Good to know. Powered by Bye-Byes. Very good. Luke, Najir and Ricardo, thank you so much for your input. And Paul, Daryl, Tony, Melody, Toby, Daniel again, Andrew, nice job on the art direction there, very good. Peter, Christopher, lead artists, Michael Hurst, very good. Michael, Brandon, Nick, Christopher, Stephen, thank you so much for all your input. And Dominic, amazing audio. Lead QA, Emma, you did an amazing job. I didn't encounter any bugs. Andy, Daniel, and Stephen, thank you so much for all the gameplay and the gadgets. Andy, Nick, Sam, Arcady, Ben, Carl, Dennis, Richard, Darren, Peter, and Stephen. You've done such a good job. Thank you so much. I really enjoyed it. James, Luke, Marcus, Benjamin, Urso, Jacopo, Luke, Shane, and Zyron. You guys are great. Technical design was also spot on. UX design, liked it. Additional design, perfect. I've been so fortunate that I could share this with you. It's a shortish game available on the Apple Arcade exclusively. I'm hoping they're going to port this to other engines. Maybe that was the plan all along. But as of now, it is just, Apple Arcade. I'm going to say goodbye for now. I'm going to have to go to work. And thank you so much for hanging with me. I'll go let the credits roll, and then I'm going to stop the stream. Guys, thank you so much for dropping by. I shall be back tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. If you are so inclined, drop by. We'll see what we do. Maybe another game. Maybe we can start looking at Stardew Valley. I bought that via Nate's affiliate link. Thank you so much for that. I'll say goodbye. Take care. Bye-bye.
Wow.